I particularly wanted to hit on 3M cutting its profit and sales forecast. Are we seeing a theme emerge among all these industrial players here yet, or no?
So 3M is a unique case. So they stuck with this earnings and organic sales guidance in the second quarter, even though it banked on a rebound in autos and electronic sales and a rebound in China sales that looked rather optimistic. So at the time, analysts and I had a lot of skepticism as to whether they were going to actually hit those numbers. Now they're taking a pretty significant step back here. I will say that this guidance cut does include a 15-cent impact from that Excelity acquisition. That is not a deal that investors particularly like. It involves 3M loading up on a lot of debt at a time when their sales are slowing, they're not performing exceptionally well, and they've had to halt buybacks. That deal is going to be dilutive this year. And so that is one factor in the earnings guidance, but the other part is just the macro backdrop. And that is where you do see the broader impact on industrial companies, particularly those shorter cycle businesses that do tend to respond more quickly to a slowdown.
Right, I was going to say that was Texas Instruments had the same kind of thing. Like they're closer to the end user demand, so they're going to be hit the hardest and hit first. What was the biggest question? Like, what's the biggest question going forward? Is it all China trade, or is it other stuff that's happening?
I mean, I think one question that I have is about the 3M leadership team. There's been a lot of guidance cuts, a lot of excessive optimism, and some questionable decisions here. So how long do investors have confidence in this management team to continue to lead the company? But going forward, 3M has said, look, we're cutting costs, we're getting our inventories down to more reasonable levels. We can grow off of that. That is going to be a real question mark for them as they get into 2020. Is this all just macro, or is some of it execution? Because they did acknowledge that they did not respond as quickly as they should have to the signs of the slowdown.